After decades of cultural displacement, a significant chapter in history is being rewritten. 119 Benin bronzes, some of the most iconic symbols of Nigeria's heritage, are back on home soil. The Benin bronzes are among the most celebrated works of African art, crafted by the Edo people centuries ago, and are only a fraction of what was looted during the infamous British raid of 1897. Yet, their return marks a new era of cultural diplomacy, one which the Dutch Consul General says aligns with the Netherlands' policies on cultural restitution and historical justice.
What you see here today is the result of a long process. And the last, basically, highlight of that process was in February this year, when the DG of the Nigerian Commission for Museums and Monuments, Mr. Holloway, went to the Netherlands and an agreement was signed by the Dutch government to return the Benin bronzes that we have in the Dutch government collections. And from that moment on, a whole logistic process started. And basically, let's say, art that was stolen in the colonial eras. I think with the Benin bronzes, we know what happened to them. We know why they were taken out of Nigeria, when they were taken out of Nigeria. So when you do the analysis, when you do the study, and that has been done in the Netherlands also of this collection, the provenance of these objects, it was time for us to bring them back. And that is what the Dutch policy says. If it's very clear that objects are stolen, taken under distress, then obviously we will return them to the rightful owner.
It's an amazing teamwork between the National Commission for Museums and Monuments of Nigeria, also with the Embassy and the Consulate of Netherlands, and then with the Customs of Nigeria and AGS. We worked all together to do a very good clearing and very smooth clearing in a very short time to import all those artifacts back to Nigeria. And then, you need a team that is trained to European standards to transport art. So you need to have the best equipment, you need to have the best trained staff. You are transporting a Nigerian history. It's artifacts that are 100 years old, it's history of Nigeria, so there can be no mistakes.
Each artifact represents more than bronze. It's a legacy of craftsmanship, kingship, and the spirit of a civilization that continues to inspire global admiration. Of the 119 objects returned, 113 belong to the Dutch state collection, and 6 were donated by the municipality of Rotterdam. Their presence, according to the head curator at the National Museum in Lagos and eventually in Benin City, symbolizes a reconnection with identity and history, while also having a significant impact on Nigeria's cultural landscape and tourism industry.
I'm elated that this is happening, and we've always been agitating for the return of these objects that were carted away during the Benin expedition in 1897. And we've always been clamoring for these objects to return back to the country. And some countries have done that, and we're glad that the Netherlands government part of those countries that have agreed to return 119 objects to the museum. And you could see in the display of the objects, there are some of our iconic objects. And then, we are the custodians of these objects. We are the owners of these objects. And so we know how to preserve them and conserve them.
And this is the Benin Bronze Memorial's head, Upper Benin Memorial. I don't know the specific urban this one belonged to. But at the same time, I'm really tripped because the way I see it, although there's no carbon dating, but you can see, we are looking at it, and because of the pattern and the other feature that's the process, it looks very old. And it must be a priceless collection for us, and for us to get it back, it's gone a long way.
Now, of the 119 Benin bronzes returned here today, 4 will be on display, while the rest will be transferred to Benin City. There they will be formally received by the Oba of Benin. Their return marks a significant moment in Nigeria's ongoing efforts to reclaim its looted heritage. It also reinforces global momentum behind the cultural restitution and historical justice that we so seek. Reporting for Arise News here in Lagos, Shaiton Atigarin.